right now, the plows are out and about on the roads preparing for a winter storm heading to the metro. That system is expected to bring several inches of snow, rain, and even some sleet. So it's going to get pretty messy, everyone. Wow. Good morning. I'm Jason Hacken alongside Alicia Lewis.
Yeah, they're still playing catch up, too. And we're just 7 hours out from another KARE 11 weather impact alert. This morning, we have team coverage that'll help you prepare for this next blast of winter weather. Let's get to the backyard with John, who's been tracking this storm. And again, you're saying it's a mixed bag for folks.
Yeah, it depends on where you live here. Some folks are going to get more than half a foot. Others will get 0 and 50-mile-an-hour winds and rain. So again, it just really depends. Also, it is warm out here. You can almost feel the storms coming in. Warmest morning we've had in weeks. 26 degrees outside. I don't even need gloves. So we have the winter weather the headlines here. This is what you need to know. Now, it's a little confusing because that light blue area that you can see down there, that's for the wind and blowing snow later on this afternoon. That's a watch. But I want to focus in on the purple and the pink. So the pink is going to be mainly north of 94. This is going to be the chance for half a foot of snow. Excuse me. This is not a foot of snow. Half a foot in this area. That's going to be noon to 6 a.m. Now, the timing is about the same here in the advisory, but this is where, in the Twin Cities in here in Carver County, this is where we expect a slight taper off. Here's what you need to know today. All snow north of 94. This is going to be a snow event. You guys are the bullseye for snow. Congrats. So wintry mix south of 94, even a little freezing rain possible this afternoon and evening. And then we're going to transition back to all snow tomorrow morning, making it refreeze and become slick again. So this is going to be a long process here. We'll map it out for you. And we'll talk about those snow totals, of course, in your forecast. Cece, how's it looking out there now?
Well, it's kind of rough out there. I've seen a lot of crashes this morning. If we take a look at the road conditions map, I've been showing this every half hour. We're seeing a lot of blue, partially covered. We're seeing slush, snow on the roads. It's slick out there right now. We've seen a lot of vehicle spinouts on ramps and even on just the main highways here. We're seeing a lot of spinouts here on Highway 169 in Shakopee, 169 southbound. We're seeing this one. This is near Eagle Creek Boulevard. We see that spin out. The vehicle is facing traffic. We're also seeing this one near Highway 13. This is a rollover. We see a help there by a state trooper, but this is a serious situation here. Things down to one lane as you make your way toward Jordan and Carver. So this just shows that even though things look clear out there, you think it's just a little slush, it's slick. Please keep that in mind. Taking a look here at the bigger map, I'll let you know when those two crashes clear. I'm also keeping my eye on multiple crashes on Highway 169 in Plymouth near Highway 55 as you're headed toward Golden Valley and into the St. Louis Park area. Winnetka Avenue, hopping off highway would be great. Highway 100 would be a great workaround. But again, if you're leaving in the next 15-20 minutes or so, I would just add some time to your drive.
It's already a mess out there, and the storm hasn't even hit yet.
I know.
Cece, thank you. We'll check back with you very soon. Speaking of that, we're just a few hours out from that big winter storm moving on in, and so many folks are looking for ways to stay warm.
But in the middle of all that, safety needs to be top of mind because this is the time of year where we see more of those house fires. Michelle Beck continues our team coverage live in St. Louis Park with ways to stay safe and warm. Michelle.
Well, hey there. Very soon we are expecting the coldest start to winter we've seen in a couple decades. So now is really the time to listen up. Many of you will likely crank up those space heaters and fireplaces. They're exactly what Burnsville's Assistant Chief Fire Marshal wants you to watch for. He says space heaters should be plugged directly into the wall. As for that live Christmas tree, you have to remember to water them because a dry tree can ignite in seconds. And if you've got extra blankets and sweaters to keep warm, keep them away from any heat source.
I mean, one of the easiest things to do to prevent these fires is just simply turning them off when you leave the room or when they're not in use, make sure that they're unplugged. You know, it's most of the circumstances are a case of forgetfulness. We can't always remember with our busy schedules that we forget to leave things plugged in or too close to some of these flammable items.
Yeah, so it makes sense why FEMA says winter is when most household fires occur. Coming up in the next half hour, I'll go over some other tips that you can follow as soon as today to prepare for that big drop in temps. Back to you.
Yeah, very, very important, especially as we approach, as you mentioned, that big chill down that we're going to have this weekend. Michelle, thank you very much.
We got to stay prepared for sure, and stay with KARE 11 as the weather changes throughout the week and the weekend, and be sure to join us tomorrow morning on Sunrise for up-to-the-minute conditions before you head out the door.
Well, brand new images this morning. Hundreds of people braving the cold to rally outside the Anoka Hennepin School Board meeting last night. They're doing it because a strike could be just a few weeks away in the state's largest school district.
Educators in the district have been working without a contract since June now. Our Audrey Russo is joining us from the newsroom with the latest developments. Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, this meeting went on for hours, lasting until 11 p.m. Now, what wasn't on the agenda, the massive protest outside, and it was all in support of the teachers union, which has been working without a contract for months.
Recruit, retain, respect. Recruit, retain, respect.
You can see that huge group of teachers out in the snow, along with a massive group of supporters. This is the state's largest school district, so the union covers 3,200 educators. The main sticking point centers on health insurance. Anoka Hennepin Education Minnesota claims their members are taking home around $400 less per paycheck because of health care costs. Now, the district didn't dispute the rising expenses during last night's board meeting.
Premiums increased overall. The board voted to authorize those premiums. Our employees saw overall across all of the different units about a 22% increase in premiums.
Now, I've reached out to the union for specifics on when their next mediation session is, but their website indicates they're preparing to strike, which could come after the first of the year. Back to you.
All right, Audrey, reporting in the newsroom. Thank you very much. We have new details now on two separate fires we brought to you as breaking news on Sunrise yesterday morning. First, the mosque fire in Prior Lake. Local, state, and federal officials are now working together to investigate what caused it. They say it's too soon to tell if it was deliberately set. The damage is extensive, and the building may be a total loss. The mosque's leaders say they're devastated, but determined to rebuild.
As we begin the long process of healing and rebuilding, we will need help, emotional, spiritual, and yes, financial.
Mosque leaders say the building also houses a school with more than 200 students. They are doing online learning for now. Then in Fridley, a man is behind bars accused of starting a fire at his nursing home. Police say the fire was in one of the residents' rooms at the Estates at Fridley. They found the suspect nearby a short time later. One other resident was taken to the hospital, but is expected to be okay.
This morning, the Superior, Wisconsin man, who police say shot an officer before crashing into the city's middle school, is now facing several felony charges, including attempted murder. Charges say police stopped 28-year-old Dylan Wallace in response to a report of domestic abuse. They say he shot at officers with a rifle, hitting one as she was getting out of her squad. Police say he then took off, crashing into the front doors of Superior Middle School, where he barricaded himself in a classroom for 4 hours. Wallace is in jail on $2 million bail. In a matter of hours, a man arrested for shooting at Bloomington police outside of the Mall of America will make his first court appearance. 21-year-old Joshua Roca is now facing attempted murder and assault charges after officers say he fired at them with a semi-automatic rifle following a car chase last week. He's being held on $1 million bail.
A live look from Mobile 11 driving in Roseville right now. Well, stopped in Roseville. Now it's driving once again. You can see the road still partially covered from the snow, and it's about to get a lot more snow on top of that, John. It really kind of depends on where you are in the state. A lot of snow. It could also be sleet,
Freezing
rain.
I really don't want